When it comes to polishing and correcting paint finishes, there's a lot of confusion out there about what types of pads or what the best pad might be for your individual situation. While I can't answer every single question with one answer, I can at least give you an idea of what the different polishes will do with different pads and help you maybe decide between one or the other, or at least put you in the direction that you'll be able to make an informed decision. Here at Surf City Garage, we offer 3 types of pads for each size, and then an additional cutting pad in microfiber. So on the foam side of things, we offer a 6.5, 5.5, and 3.25 inch design. Each pad is available in a heavy cutting or coarse blue foam, also called the cyan foam. The medium tangerine is great for medium polishing and it finishes very cleanly. And then we have our ultra finishing pad, which can be used for really, really light polishing, like our machine finish polish, or even the application of sealants or waxes. You'll typically be using a 6.5 with machines like the Rupes 21mm, the stock factory backing plate on a Flex 3401, and a lot of Porter cables do come with this size backing plate. You may use a 5.5 inch backing plate sometimes if you've purchased an aftermarket backing plate for your Flex polisher, or sometimes for your Porter cable. If you venture over to our forums, surfcitygarageforums.com, there's actually a few tutorials on selecting pad size and how that impacts the different types of polishing. But as a summation of that, a smaller polishing pad, just as little as an inch, will actually concentrate the polishing power a little bit better. So you may get slightly more cutting power out of your machine with a 5.5 inch pad versus a 6.5 inch pad. The red crimson foam is perfect for sealant or wax application as well as finishing polishing. I use it for very, very light correction. You can mix and match pads with polishes. It's not a paint by numbers, one size fits all. You may sometimes find yourself using a cutting polish with a finishing pad to get that right level of cut. Now, if you're dealing with an extremely swirled up vehicle or something that you want to cut through quickly and correct, then you're going to want to look at a microfiber cutting pad. We offer these in the same sizes for all different types of machines. These feature a very thin foam membrane backing. Now, the reason we chose to go with a thinner one, you may see some of the other microfiber pads on the market have taller foam backings, is that it maximizes the amount of the mechanical movement that the machine makes. With a taller foam, it actually acts almost like a shock absorber, and you lose some of that mechanical action, and it doesn't translate as well to the finish. Microfiber cuts extremely well. It doesn't always necessarily finish as cleanly, so you'll typically have to follow up with either the crimson or maybe the orange foam, depending on the car you're working on. Like the microfiber pads with large orbit machines like the 21mm from Rupes or a similar type tool, it just seems to cut a little bit faster. But again, it doesn't finish as cleanly, so you may find yourself reaching for a foam pad for a second step. If you're dealing with softer paint finishes, some paints just seem to be very, very soft, I would definitely recommend sticking to foam. The residual damage left behind by the correction process is a little bit less, and you're not putting more damage in than you're removing. In either event, we have multiple types of pads in multiple sizes to suit all kinds of machines and all kinds of needs. If you have any additional questions on which pads might be the right selection for you or which polishes work with which pads best, head on over to our forums at surfcitygarageforums.com. Feel free to ask the other enthusiasts that are there, or one of our staff members will be happy to help you make that selection.